Doggy Bomb. Raw Fury. I know of them. Blue Prince. Well, greetings, salutations, and hello, interwebs. This is your friendly online feline neighbor, TimidTabby, once again bringing you some video game goodness. Got another new one that I'm testing out until I can get back in the mood to playing some of the other games that I still need to finish, while also taking a mild break from the streaming regarding a particular princess slaying universe. Check that out on my YouTube page if you wish to see what that's going on. Um, if at the time of this upload it is simply just the Stoic run, I do plan to do several others where I try out some other paths with other personalities. Kind of like what I'm trying right now. But, anyways, welcome to the first playthrough of Blue Prince. I am only aware that this is one of those games where you are apparently trying to design a path to the end point, but it's much more difficult to do so than you would imagine. Other than that, I truly don't know anything else about the plot. I just know it's the new hotness, as they would say. So why don't we just breeze on through? And I think I'm just going to simply say new game. Also, at any point, my friend Wrath may appear, and afterwards, this may be a short video if we are to do our business while we still have the time. Dakuban presents an association with Raw Fury, a game by Tanda Ross. Oros.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
So one thing I think your will failed to mention is, day one, how long your nephew has to uncover this 46th room. No timeline, no time frame. So is it just simply if we gave up? Interesting. So this is the titular manor. To be perfectly honest, I didn't expect this game to be on the PS5. I thought this was a PC exclusive. But I'm fine with it. Let's see. Is that telling the actual time? Very close, actually. If only off by, I believe, 13, 12 minutes? Very close to the actual time. Queen of Diamonds. An Ace of Spades. One thing I have been at least aware of is there will be plenty of brain teasers and puzzles that I would need to solve. Something where I would need to really pay attention to the rooms I create, as it's supposed to give me some knowledge. I am also noticing I have a counter at the top corner. 50 steps, it seems. I'm about to test this, aren't I? Well, before I actually do so, I think there was something right on this pedestal. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have a fond memories of you or my own tongue seems to be a little tied right now. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice: do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads, abandon the path, and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert S. St. Clair. I think it's S. I actually kind of forgot what the middle initial was. Let's see here. We have the titular blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventures. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing R2. Oh, I see. Oh, entrance hall. Past the steps and beyond the grand doors, admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of a dark and garnished lobby, sustainably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest's adventures begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. One moment. I don't understand how that happened. Type, permanent, blueprint, rarity, and A. And then there's an antechamber, and then room 46. Antechamber. From its roots meaning the room before, all signs and paths point toward the antechamber. This mysteriously sealed room, resting on the 9th rank, may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between the chamber and room 46. The objective. Bedrooms, hallways, green rooms, shops, red rooms. Interesting. And steps. Represents how much energy you have left for exploring. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 step. When you no longer have any steps left, you must call it a day. Huh. Well then. Now to test that theory. It does count. And it's the grounds, too. Interesting. Hello there,
This
Wrath.
is this is the song La 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 E Bombs World. Okay. All right. So I figure before sharing screen.
Yes, while I was waiting for you, I've been testing out this new game that apparently not only just recently came out, but apparently was included in my current Plus subscription, so I could test it out for free. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just kind of getting used to the rules here, as well as the setting. Oh, going out even cost a step.
Well, I was
Interesting.
figuring that while we waited for Meckham, we could we could work on leveling up your character to get him caught up on points.
In Bloodborne?
No,
Or in.
I was talking about Diablo too. But,
Oh,
uh,
Diablo, yes. Well, we could do that indeed.
um, yeah, because we're going to need a lot of footage basically to make even one episode, another episode of Diablo 2. Um,
The campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint to return to the campsite for the night. Okay.
there's also like 3 episodes of By Fire and Ash.
You mentioned and that you were in the process of burning the 4th one.
Yes, I'm
Oh.
planning on doing like 8 more episodes of By Fire and Ash before I'm fully caught up on everything. Before I'm fully caught up, well, 12. It's probably going to be another 12 episodes.
Oh, you can run. Nice. Whoop. And what is this? Nothing that I can use at this time. Alright, well, give me one run of this, and then we can start catching up on, or trying to help me catch up with you guys in Diablo here.
Well, Mechan's the most caught is the one who's behind most of all.
I could probably start scrounging for some better gear myself, if all possible.
Yeah, but fortunately, the Canyon of the Magi gives us plenty of time to grind. As we have a, as there's seven false tombs to loot.
That is one heavily boarded establishment. Looks like a minecart would go here.
Lots of wood. To go. What is this? A point and click?
Um, kind of. I believe so. From what I have read up on, is that this is a mystery point and click with some roguelike elements in the way of this titular estate apparently will reset itself overnight, and all the progress I've made can be erased. The point is just figuring out what the best routes are, what all the items do apparently, and how to find and what clues I can utilize to find this titular room 46 to win the game. Other than that, that's about as much as I know. Well, looks like that's about it for the grounds, so I might as well use what steps I have left to actually start exploring the Oh, wait, actually, could I go out this way?
Well,
No, it
the
is
good news
locked.
is that
Time goes faster in this game. No wonder it was off. Oh, what's this? Each time you... Oh, I already read this part. We're good. Alright, so now I guess I should start creating rooms. We'll go left first. And I have a bedroom. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. As in, every time I step in and out of this room? I feel like that's cheating. Closet. 2 items. And a hallway. But closet is an end room, no way to go. While the bedroom will turn right as the hallway keeps going. And I do believe I have 5 squares per level. So let's make a hallway. Rosary and crowbar. Interesting. Huh. Simple as it comes. Oh, what's this? Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. So if I
just gotta
continue...
say today, I have bore witness of one of the creepiest ass um, hallways of hospital I've ever been to.
Oh.
Saw a photo of that.
Oh, yes, I saw that too.
Like the horror movie.
Let's see.
It
I
looks like
even...
something out of Jacob's Ladder. Really.
Like out of the scene where... Was his name Jacob? Or was that
No,
just...
I don't think.
Okay. Well, then, out of that scene with the titular character being gurneyed off to one of the hospital rooms or
Yeah,
surgery areas, which I think Silent Hill Homecoming did some homaging to at the start of that game as well, in its own way. Let's make a nook. I think a key would be useful. Ooh, this is cozy. Books. Fancy radio. A custard, I think, or pudding. A key. I'll take that, thank you. There's a rook in here. Mostly books. Oh, and sand dunes, I think. I've also been made aware I need to pay attention to my surroundings, as there's possibilities that things like all these weird pictures could be clues to something later on. But for now, let's just continue onward. So making a pantry would immediately turn right. A den would take both ways and give me a jewel, while a storeroom would end there and give me a key, jewel, and a coin, I believe. Let's make certain I have multiple paths and take a den. Ooh. Ah, these are geese, not ducks. Ah, blue gem. And there is a pawn in here. Chess pieces. Curious. Also, a lot of clocks in this. Several clocks, actually. Huh. Wonder if that's supposed to mean anything.
Bit too vague for me.
Planes with ducks. Oh, what is this? Ooh. I might as well. I don't suppose I'll be making too much progress on this first run, so I might as well test everything out. And I got an extra key and an extra gem for my troubles. With money, it looks like. Alright. So this will either take me to the lavatory, a spare room, or corridor, which is always left unlocked, so that means I won't have to worry about a locked door. I'll tell you what, let's go to the bathroom. I could wash up. Nothing, huh?
Well, I like that it's beautifully cell shaded. Cell shaded is a style of art, is a style of anime of 3D that I am going to say will always look good, no matter how many times you change.
I can certainly agree with the style of the cell shading here. I will not say I am happy how empty this lavatory ended up being. Oh well.
What were you expecting? Like a dead body to be in the tub, your dead body, and then it leads to a jump scare, and they'd be like, "This isn't happening."
Maybe not my body, but at least maybe something peculiar. Though I guess I don't recall if there's any horror elements I have to be aware of with this game. Alright, so if I do this, so I either end up just doing a guest room now, some money in the pantry that leads back to the hallway, or storeroom. I will still have at least 2 other routes to go, so let's do a storeroom. Money. Stairs. For twinkle, twinkle, little stars. A key and another gem. And another pawn. Oh, I remember having a rocking horse as a child. In fact, I think we
Ancient
gave that
saying,
away a long time ago. Actually, it was a rocking elephant, if I recall. Alright, so we will head back to the entrance hall then. And we will go right this time. Oh, interesting. I guess because I made a room that could go nowhere, the door was now blocked off, boarded up and bricked. So now I can either do a closet, a spare room, or the bedroom. Well, let's stick to the pattern I wanted to make, by at least going further down. Unfinished. But it looks like it was a gray. There's a fan in here. Interesting. Another closet, which would completely end that side. A parlor that would go the way with a puzzle piece. Ooh, an observation room. Plus 1 star for each time you've drafted an observatory. Let's take a look at that. That looks more interesting than the puzzle room, but maybe next time. The Fixed Stars, The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. Van Eris, Birds and Sons Publishing, 1809. Preface. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. The North Star, plus 1 gold. The twins. 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. Oh, I see what it's doing. But how would I... The Slice, 3 steps. Diamondus Manor, 1 gem. The Southern Cross. Rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Farmer's Apple. Apples are extra delicious today. Calvis the Key, plus 1. Diamondus Major, 5 gems. Dracus the Dead. Dead end rooms are more common today. The Sale. Everything is 50% off today. Florless Bloom of the Sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. Ooh.
Wasn't there a painting with 4 stars?
Possibly. Let's see. Oh, another locked door. With a knight chess piece this time. Oh, I've got the extra key. Maybe I'll be lucky and I'll get another one. A spare set of car keys. Interesting. And a gem. A tag with the number 10 on it. And let's see here. wonder. Oh, this has now blocked my path. I cannot jump off. Oh, that makes sense. I believe I am only seeing one star. The North Star. Oh, I automatically gain. Ah, it is what I thought. So interesting. My luck for what I could acquire, as this book showed me, depends on what this is seeing. So I earned free money. Huzzah! So once again, another guest room. I could finally make that parlor, or I can make a courtyard. I'm going to chance a parlor on this one. I want to see what this puzzle piece is. Or perhaps it's a puzzle game. This box is the white box, but it's blue. This box is the black box, but it's white. The blue box contains the gems. Two lies, one potential truth? Oh, what's this? A rather curious wind-up key, a component of the parlor games. May the 2nd. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I could refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Laurie. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements, and only one box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. So at least one box which displays truth, at least one box that displays false sentiments. So it's one of these games then. This is the white box, that's false. This box is the black box, that's also false. The blue box contains the gems, so that is true. So then if that's the case, perfect. I doubt I can open any of these, it doesn't matter, it'd be empty. Apple. Oh, good to know. Gain steps. Dear old Uncle Herbert.
So it looks like your footsteps are your stamina.
Yes, if
Once you're out
I...
of stamina.
Yes, once it
When you're
goes
out of
down to...
stamina.
Sorry, what was that?
So it looks like once you're out of footsteps, then you're basically
Yes,
the house resets.
once I'm done, I have to call it a day. And it does count that every time I leave a room or enter a room, it counts. Though I still haven't tested it yet if that one bedroom would give me infinite steps every time I walked in and out. Let's see. This guest room would just be 10 plus on the spot. Food for sale in here. When you enter the chapel, I lose money. All the time or just once? Considering I may have run myself into a corner here. Or, you know what? Let's do one of these. I feel like this house or this establishment is made for sailors. A bat. Anchors,
Or a
poles,
vampire.
or a vampire. Perhaps my uncle was a dear descendant of Dracula.
All right. Episode 4 is ready.
Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait though, as I always enjoyed your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. KL. So there's a billiard rooms with its own puzzle game. Let's see. Out of testing. Nope, I do not immediately get 10 more, so I can't abuse that. That makes sense. Alright, so there's only one other way I can go now. Let's see how far that takes me. But before I do so, I still have time. Alright. So, curious. Except if I... Oh! Well, it looks like I've already put myself in a corner. No matter what room I put down, I have finished. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this. Except it won't matter. I can't draft anything if either door will be closed. Alright, well, I'm more interested in security. View inventory of all items currently in the house. Oh, and a cutscene. Now that one could be the storeroom. Definitely a few rooms I have yet to visit.
I know.
And
Very
one
pub.
directly in the surveillance room.
Yeah.
Blue memos equals true. Red memos equal lies. Unless written. I can't read the rest of that. Oh, it does actually move a little bit. Neat. It does take that into account. And the night. Alright,
Hey there,
anything
guys.
of...
Welcome to an episode of my find it kind of impractical. Okay.
Staff notice. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live, out, and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. Two of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Huh. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password. One moment. Nope, I can't read that. I can see an S, but that's about it. Was there more? No, there was not. And there's a picture of a bridge and
Oh,
a
wow.
woman in wedding. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. False. Until further notice, the antechamber has not been unlocked, and access levers are required to grant entry. So, it appears I need to be looking out for levers to be able to open up that titular 45th door. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Normal doors in the estate. So normal to the easier type of rooms instead of the more elaborate ones? So that's something to think about the next time I do another run of this. That coffee looks black and white, a bit too black and white for my taste. Wasn't
Yes, it
this?
looks like in
Yes.
theory I have about maybe 11 episodes of Elden Ring. 11 episodes worth of Elden Ring.
Nice. Welcome to Mount Holly Security. View and state inventory. The following is a detailed list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. This list will be updated as new rooms are added. So I did find everything that the rooms had to offer. Keycard systems. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational, except I have no keycard and I have no more rooms to look for. And the terminal password. I know it's an S, at least, but that is about it. Alright. Welp. I believe that's about all I can do on this run. I kind of put myself in a corner. Oh, interesting. Whee! All right, well, I guess I will not know where these car keys will lie on this one. And I only managed to get as far as maybe one room in rank 3. Well, still not a bad run. I'll have to be a little bit more careful what doors I'm opening up again. So I guess we'll call it a day. Tomorrow you will awake to find the rooms of the estate as well as your current inventory will have been reset. Unfortunately, I have no choice about that. Snug little cottage. 12 rooms, ranked 3, steps taken, 1 item found. Alright. Well then, until next time, if this was interesting, I will continue to do... This was a little bit interesting. I believe I will continue onwards. Not entirely certain if I'll make a series out of this, depending on what twists and turns may actually come about. But we'll see. Otherwise, for those of you who did watch this, thank you for tuning in. I hope I was able to keep things moderately entertaining this time around. And until next time, I wish you all a good rest of your night, morning, day, afternoon, evening, wherever it is in your neck of the woods. Take care.